refers to the will to love rather than the emotion of love. Agape is the self-giving love that gives freely without asking anything in return. Agape does not value one person, place, or thing over another because it is not about them or it is about service. No personal agenda, just serving and doing what is right. Galatians 5:13 tells us, serve one another humbly in love. In her book, Fruits of the Spirit, English writer Evelyn Underhill considered love as the budding point from which all other fruits come. Referencing 1 John 4:16, she says, God is love, and whoever remains in love remains in God, and God in them. And because, let me tell you, because God is in us, we have a joy that is rooted in love. The Greek word agape was later translated into the Latin word caritas, from where we get the word charity. This points us to the fact that charity comes out of love. The Reverend Dr. George Campbell Morgan wrote that joy is love's consciousness. In other words, joy is the awareness of God's love. When we sing a song, this joy that I have. Yes, this joy is more serene and stable than worldly happiness which comes and goes. This joy that I have. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Why? Because this joy is deeper than mere happiness because it comes out of God's love. It is rooted in God's love. And before I go another further, let me say that having this joy does not mean that a person will not experience sadness on occasion through the death of the loved one, financial trouble, the actions of others, or even depression. But let me tell you, when my mother passed, I came home with happiness in my heart. I walked in with a joyous spirit. I had had a good night out with friends, and I was coming home to tell my mother about the fun I had. And I discovered that she had passed. For days, for weeks, for months even, I had no happiness. I was in a dark place. And I acted as if I was in a dark place with others. And I finally talked to God about it, and I asked him why. As I was driving to work one day, I prayed and I asked him why, and I'm trying to get understanding. Why would he take my mother away? There are other people in this world that should be gone. There are some people that serve humanity no good at all. There are some people that are serve no purpose to this world. Why my mother? And a song was on the radio. And this song spoke to my spirit. He gave her rest. He gave her rest. She was tired. I saw it in a dream. She was tired. The song, they came together. He gave her rest. And let me tell you all that this joy, not worldly joy, which is just being happiness, but this joy from God, turns tears of sorrow into tears of joy, because you know all things work together for the good of them who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. My tears of sorrow turned into tears of joy once I realized that this world could no longer afford her a home. This world was wearing her down. She was tired. And the Lord relieved her of her pain, relieved her of her stress, relieved her of her tiredness. Let me tell you, when you have this joy, the joy that is rooted in God's love, Oh, you'll smile while everybody else around has a frown on their face because you know that behind the curtain is God. Let me move on though and tell you that an awareness of God's love not only brings about joy unequivocal, inexplicable, and insurmountable, but it causes one to be at peace. For Isaiah prophesied, "Thou wilt keep them in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee." Beloved, let me tell you about peace. Peace is not the absence of conflict, for there will be conflict in this life. But when peace dominates a person, they have a calm inner stability that results in the ability to conduct themselves peacefully, even amid circumstances that would normally be nerve-wracking, traumatic, and upsetting. Rather than allowing the difficulties and pressures of life to break them down, a person who is possessed by peace is whole, complete, orderly, stable, and poised for blessing. It is this inner peace that brings about patience. Generally, the Greek word macrothumia is applied to a person who could avenge themselves, but did not. Macrothumia is often used in Greek scriptures in reference to God and his attitude toward mankind. Macrothumia, macro meaning long, thumia meaning temper, denotes lenience, forbearance, fortitude,